the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me?
I hear the rumors, but niggas won't say they said it. And no dude got a shooter like JJ Redick. You think niggas was G4s the way they jetted. Cause when the AK's wetted, then you Pele shredded. They sick, I got the chick that some say they sweated. But crying over chicks is the shit that got aged.
What's good, it's your boy 2K. Man, why y'all making me do this? Y'all know I don't want to talk about this fight. First off, shout out to my man Robert. You know what I'm saying? He created my own personalized meme. You know what I'm saying? I put it in the beginning of this video. He's a loyal subscriber from the beginning. Real boxing enthusiast and ex-boxer himself. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. I really appreciate the love, fam. Now, I've had a couple of people, a couple viewers, subscribers. They've asked me to speak on this Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor debacle. You know what I'm saying? Speak on the press conferences that's happening recently. And I'm also going to go into a couple questions that were asked to me, and I'll go ahead and address that in this video. Man, I watched the first press conference. I didn't really watch the Toronto one. And that's because I was so disgusted after the first one. I mean, it was a clear WWE type of scripted event that went down. Now, if you watched that first press conference, right, and you really did not feel like it was scripted, it was some type of WWE event, then you're really thinking the best of this fight. You know what I'm saying? You're a real optimistic type of person, type of boxing fan. You know what I'm saying? Because this was clear. As soon as the shit started, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't notice this, but in the beginning of the press conference, Conor McGregor's like, "Get the fuck out of my chair." You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing I heard, and I knew it was like, oh man, look, he gonna try to be as ridiculous as possible. You know, I knew Floyd was gonna bring some fuckery, but Floyd was like more ridiculous than he's ever been. You know what I'm saying? I already knew Conor was gonna be the most ridiculous. He was gonna do the most. You know what I'm saying? But Floyd was the worst I've ever seen. This is by far the worst press conference I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? I was joking earlier saying that motherfucking Vladimir Klitschko versus Anthony Joshua press conference was more entertaining than this bullshit. And the reason being is because it wasn't fucking authentic. It wasn't authentic beef. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't authentic entertainment. It was highly scripted. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather goes over there, says some shit, walks off, past his team, laughing to himself, comes back, says some more dumb shit. Dumb, corny ass shit, you know what I'm saying? Walks off, comes back. They turn off Conor McGregor's mic, which was, if you didn't get an indication before that it was a scripted WWE event, well then that right there told you, you know what I'm saying? That was your big giveaway that it was scripted, because they turned off Conor's mic in order to allow Floyd Mayweather to take over the event. Remember, Showtime is running this shit, right? Floyd Mayweather has an exclusive contract with Showtime. So they're going to do everything in Floyd Mayweather's favor. And Conor McGregor addressed that after, you know, the press conference. He said, you know, they're going to do a whole lot of little tricks here and there, you know what I'm saying, to try to suppress me. But it is what it is, you know. They can't do that on fight night, you know. And maybe the beef is authentic, but all I know is that press conference was fucking scripted as fuck, you know what I'm saying, especially with the turning off of the mic. You know, Floyd Mayweather pulls out this check out of his bag. Like, we don't give a fuck, dog. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even gonna talk about the tax situation, because I really don't give a fuck about that either. You know what I'm saying? A lot of athletes don't pay 33% to the IRS when they get a lump sum of money. That happens to a lot of athletes, you know. That happens to a lot of actors. Shit, first person that comes to mind is Wesley Snipes. Nigga didn't pay his taxes. He went to jail for like 4 years or some shit like that. Came out looking old as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it happens a lot in the entertainment industry. You know what I'm saying? When the announcement came out about the price of the fight, $89.99 for SD, $99.99 for HD, my immediate response was, on a post on Facebook, was, oh shit, this is the highest priced event in WWE history. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not boxing. It's a sanctioned boxing match, but it's not really boxing. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. you know, Conor McGregor 0-0. He's undefeated, you know, stand-up. And this is Floyd Mayweather's excuse for why this should be a sanctioned boxing match. Conor McGregor's undefeated in his stand-up game in MMA. So him being a prolific MMA striker should allow him to be seen as a threat in boxing. And we all know boxing and MMA are two different things. Boxing is a sport that has a lot of tricks to the trade. You could have been boxing your whole life, but if you weren't 100% in tune with boxing, honing your skills from a young age, if you were incorporating other martial arts styles with that boxing, you know, a lot of your attention was fixated on other martial arts styles, then there's a lot of things that you don't learn in boxing, right? Sparring is a huge thing in boxing. You have to spar from a young age because you learn through experience, right? And when you learn through the experience of sparring, whether you got your ass whooped or you could have won in sparring but you were hit, techniques that you didn't know about, you're going to go right outside the ring and you're going to work on that in your daily training camp. You know what I'm saying? And this is, as a youngster, tricks to the trade that you don't learn, you can't just pick up as an older fighter, right? So that makes it different than MMA. Much different. MMA, I always say this, MMA, you can train for 9 months to a year, right? And become a decent MMA fighter. Look at Herschel Walker. You know what I'm saying? The ex-running back in the NFL. You know, he went to the UFC, was like 6-0 or some shit before he finally retired, right? But he was a guy that never practiced any type of mixed martial arts. He trained for X amount of months. I mean, I believe it was only like 4 months. You know what I'm saying? And went to the UFC and beat, you know, 6 motherfuckers that have been doing that for a lot longer than him. You see what I'm saying? But if Herschel Walker would have went into boxing, he would have had trouble with some niggas that we call bums. Perfect example is when Kimbo Slice came over to boxing. He almost got knocked out by a nigga that was, I think his record was like 12-12. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker was reeling. He was reeling. If the dude, and he was a dude from Australia, if the dude from Australia would have been able to take Kimbo Slice's punches better, he probably would have knocked Kimbo out. If he had just a little bit better technique, the guy that was 12-12 would have knocked Kimbo Slice out. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just walk into boxing. So that's the difference between boxing and MMA. You know what I'm saying? So that's a bullshit ass comment by Floyd. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I believe this is a bullshit fight. Let's get into the questions. What do I think of the fight? Just like I said, bullshit fight. I think it's a circus show. I think it's a pure money grab. I think it's a fight to obviously dupe the gullible fans, the MMA fans, and the casuals into spending their money to allow Floyd Mayweather to get another huge payday and to allow Conor McGregor to get a huge payday. Now, from the business aspect, I can't get mad at these two guys for duping the gullible fans. I can't get mad at them. Same thing that I said about Canelo versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Now, I told y'all, again, and I already have that shit on wax, that the Canelo Chavez Jr. fight was a pure money grab 4 months before the fight actually happened. I told y'all in January this year, I think they fought in April, right? Or May, I can't remember. They probably fought in May, I can't remember. But I think it was Cinco de Mayo weekend. Anyway, but I told y'all 4 months prior that that fight was a pure money grab. And when the fight happened, all these gullible ass Mexican fans were upset that the fight, you know, happened the way it happened. And it's, I mean, the fight could have damn well been fixed. You know what I'm saying? Chavez Jr. was not at a point in his career where he should have been fighting a guy like Canelo for the pride of Mexico. No way, no motherfucking how. You know what I'm saying? He's a good, what, 6 years removed from the Chavez Jr. that could have been an excellent matchup at 160, between 154 and 160 for Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Back in like 2011, 2012. You know, he's been knocked out. He was beat thoroughly for 11 rounds by Sergio Martinez. He's getting popped for weed and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? He's been removed of a fighter that could have given Canelo a good fight. So basically, the way they marketed that fight, you know, in January up to May, it was clear that this was a pure money grab. Same here. You know what I'm saying? Conor McGregor is 0-0. 0-0, debut fight in boxing. He's an MMA striker that's totally different in boxing. Just look at his fucking training. Just look at when he sparred Chris Van Heerden, a C-level fighter that was beaten by Errol Spence, right? He's a C-level fighter. Chris Van Heerden beat the dust off of Conor McGregor in sparring. And this was only last year, I believe, right? Might have been 2015. But still, 2 years is not enough time to get you prepared to beat even the wackest nigga in boxing if you haven't been training on boxing 100%. Even if you have, in 2 years, it's not enough. Like I said, there's too many tricks to the trade that you have to learn at an early age, right? So give Conor McGregor 2 years. Let's say he sparred Chris Van Heerden in 2015. Let's say Conor McGregor put 100% attention into boxing from 2015 to August of 2017, right? And he's fighting Chris Van Heerden August 26th instead of Floyd Mayweather. He still loses. You see what I'm saying? So 2 years of extensive training in boxing for Conor McGregor is not enough for Chris Van Heerden, let alone Floyd Mayweather. You see what I'm saying? And these dumbass gullible fans, they fall right into the hype, man. Conor McGregor says, you know, some shit. He gets in an argument with Floyd Mayweather Sr. You know, he's saying, your boy fucked up, he's too small, you know, I'm gonna knock him out, all it's gonna take is one punch. And these fans are cheering and loving Conor McGregor. It's clear that they really believe that Conor McGregor is going to do something in this fight. And I'll get to how I believe this fight is going to play out at the end of this video. It's going to shock you. All right, let's get to the next question. Will this fight make boxing look bad? Now, that's a good question. And my answer to that is no. As much as I'm shitting on this fight, I don't think this fight makes boxing look bad. I also don't think this fight makes boxing look good, right? I think this fight does nothing for boxing. Let me explain to you. The only way this fight would make boxing look good is if Floyd Mayweather was adored, if he was liked, right? If Floyd Mayweather was adored like Rocky Marciano was, right, when he took exhibition fights, then people would actually like this fight. They would support this fight, right, in bigger numbers than they actually do now. Now, for Floyd Mayweather's side, let me clarify that. Now, what I mean by that is, at that first press conference, you got 20,000 people there, right? Listen to how many people are cheering for Conor McGregor and how many people are booing Floyd Mayweather, right? People are there to see Floyd Mayweather get his ass beat. That's what they're there for. And a lot of those people, it seems like, are MMA fans. A lot of them could be boxing fans that just hate Floyd Mayweather. Remember, Floyd Mayweather's popularity comes from dislike, not liked. You know what I'm saying? It comes from people wanting to see him take an L. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of boxing fans out there supporting Conor McGregor just to see Floyd Mayweather get knocked the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So the majority of fans are there to see Conor McGregor. If Conor McGregor loses this fight, right, if he gets knocked out, people are going to be pissed off that the boxer won, right? Therefore, they're not necessarily going to transition over to boxing if they're MMA fans, and they're not going to transition into wanting to see more boxing if they're casuals, because the fighter that they wanted to lose won, right? Now, if Conor McGregor beats Floyd Mayweather, they probably will, because they've got to see what they wanted to see, right? Of course, I think Floyd Mayweather, if this fight is not fixed, if it's not a scripted WWE event, of course Floyd Mayweather blows this motherfucker out. Floyd Mayweather, he may not knock him out, but he blows him out. And that would be another reason why it doesn't make boxing look better. You know what I'm saying? It's because Floyd Mayweather hasn't knocked anybody out in years. You know what I'm saying? Since Victor Ortiz, right? So if he doesn't knock out an MMA fighter, people are going to be like, oh, same old Floyd. If he just beats the hell out of Conor McGregor, then it's going to look like probably Floyd Mayweather fighting Arturo Gatti. You know what I'm saying? He'll beat the shit out of Conor McGregor, But people hate Floyd so much, that's not what they want to see. You see what I'm saying? If he doesn't knock him out, they're going to be like, oh, he beat the hell out of him, hit him with so many punches, but he still couldn't knock him out. Oh, he's a feather-fisted bitch. He's still the same Floyd Mayweather he always was. There's going to be a whole lot of scrutiny. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather cannot win for losing, right? Floyd Mayweather can beat and the Incredible Hulk. He still won't get his credit, okay? He's fighting an MMA fighter in his debut fight. If he beats him, he definitely won't get his credit. And he probably shouldn't get his credit. This is the one time that I'll back niggas for not giving him credit, right? You know what I'm saying? If he even gets a little hurt, immediately not getting credit for a win. You see what I'm saying? So he can't, he's in a lose-lose situation here. And in the process, it doesn't make boxing look better, and it doesn't really make it look bad either. The casuals will go back to being who they are, not watching boxing, and MMA fans will go back to the octagon and say, well, Conor McGregor lost because Floyd wanted the fight as a boxing match. If he came over to the octagon, Conor McGregor will fuck him up. That's exactly what they're going to say at the end of this fight if Floyd Mayweather wins. You see what I'm saying? So there's no change in the status of boxing as far as from the perspective of the fans. Let's go to the next question. What do you think will happen in this fight? All right. Now, I'm going to tell y'all right now, and remember who told y'all first, man. 2K told y'all first. Now, I hope I'm wrong, but I really believe we're in for a script. A well-made Hollywood script. Very similar to what a lot of wrestlers do before they get in the ring. You know, they talk about what's going to happen. Vince McMahon, you know, there's a heel and there's a fucking there's a hero, right? Of course, in this fight, Floyd Mayweather's the heel, as he always is. Conor McGregor's the hero, right? Which is very odd, but it is what it is. He's the hero. Dana White is your Vince McMahon. You know, so is Showtime. You know, shit, fuck it. Floyd Mayweather can be the Vince McMahon and the heel at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And there's a script. It's like, hey, man, this is what's going to happen. Blah, 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 blah. Don't be shocked if you see Floyd Mayweather get hurt by Conor McGregor. But it's not going to be a legitimate punch that hurts him, right? Conor will land. Floyd Mayweather won't be legitimately hurt. He'll act like he's hurt. He'll stumble. Might go up against the ropes. And that will allow Conor McGregor to tee off on him, right? And he'll look good. And he'll win the round. He won't knock Floyd out, but he'll win the round, right? Don't be surprised if you see a few rounds like that. Think about it. Let's just think, if this fight really isn't about the money, which we all know it is, right? But there's a little bit of a possibility that this fight could be could be happening to allow boxing to get more out there, right? Just a little bit. Well, they can't stop this fight in one round, right? Which would actually happen if Floyd Mayweather went out there and just did what the fuck he normally does against any other opponent. He just beat the fuck out of Conor McGregor probably in the fight in the first round, right? No, there's got to be some gotcha moments. There's got to be some moments where it's like, oh shit, oh my God, Conor McGregor hurt him, oh shit. That's going to bring in more fans, right? Motherfuckers that aren't watching the fight, that may be tracking it on maybe the internet, they may be looking at Facebook groups, you know what I'm saying? And they see a motherfucker say, oh shit, Conor McGregor hurt Floyd. What's the first thing you think they're gonna do? They're probably gonna buy the fight and see what is actually happening, right? Or they're gonna go to somebody's house and try to watch the fight. They're gonna try to stream it, whatever. But there's gonna be some type of, there's gonna be more viewership if there's an opportunity, right, for Conor McGregor to show that there's going to be a lot of gotcha moments. Now, in reality, Conor McGregor can never have a gotcha moment against the best fighter of this era. He can't, right? An MMA fighter cannot have a gotcha moment against the best fighter of this era, who just happens to be one of the best defensive fighters of all time. Get the fuck out of here. So, in order to have gotcha moments, it has to be scripted. You see what I'm saying? So, don't forget, 2K told you first. I'm telling you right now. I hope I'm fucking 100% wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because if this fight is not truly scripted, Floyd Mayweather goes out there and beats the shit out of Conor McGregor. He may not knock him out. He'll probably carry him like he did Canelo and like he did Miguel Cotto. He had Miguel Cotto hurt in the 12th round. Miguel Cotto was staggering and shit. Could have knocked him out, but he didn't, right? Same thing with Canelo. He didn't have him hurt and staggering and shit, but it was a point in the fight where he was just landing punches at will, and then he backs off. And he stated himself that he didn't want to knock Canelo out because he didn't want to fuck his career up, right? So, I can see Floyd carrying Conor McGregor for the sake of allowing more revenue to come in as the fight goes on. Let's go to the next one. And then this is more, this wasn't really asked to me. This is what I want to address. I want to tell y'all why I don't like Conor McGregor. And the reasoning, I'm going to get real on y'all. The reasoning is because Conor McGregor, he actually gains his popularity, right, off of white privilege. And what I mean by that is, of course he's a white fighter, right? He's Irish. He's white. I don't give a fuck who comes on my video telling me, oh, this is bullshit, oh, black people, oh, shut the fuck up. We know what the world is really about. You know what I'm saying? We know what this shit is all about. Racism is live and motherfucking well, and it's live and well all over. You know what I'm saying? It's not as blatant as it is in America and other countries, but it's live and well. We all know what's up. You know what I'm saying? And I bring you to this example. In a TMZ interview, I believe it was last year, the year before, TMZ asked Conor McGregor, stupid ass questions that TMZ asked. They asked Conor McGregor if Jesus Christ were to challenge him to a fight, who would win? And Conor McGregor states that he would kick Jesus Christ's ass. Now, I'm not a fucking religious person, right? But even I understand that right there is crossing the fucking line, especially when the majority of your fans are from a country that was built off of Christianity, right? All you Christians out there who actually watch MMA and follow Conor McGregor and like Conor McGregor, why is there no fucking outrage? Why isn't anybody ever talking about that? Nobody's ever talked about that. Just think if Floyd Mayweather was asked the same question and he gave the same answer. You know what the fuck would happen? Tonight on 10 o'clock news, boxer Floyd Mayweather was hanged outside his Las Vegas mansion. That's what the fuck would happen. Floyd Mayweather would get murked immediately, probably hours after the statement is made. You see what I'm saying? If not, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna get ridiculed all over the internet. Motherfuckers all over the internet will be talking about that. Every single boxing outlet will be talking about that. And best believe motherfuckers like Steve Kim and Dan Raphael, ESPN would crucify this nigga. They crucified him over allegations that he beat up his girls, right? Before he even fucking you know, took the plea and went to jail, they crucified him for that shit. They tried to boycott the Floyd Mayweather-Manny Pacquiao fight so Floyd Mayweather wouldn't make any money because he was convicted of beating up his ex-girl, right? They boycotted that shit. Just think what ESPN would do if he said he would kick Jesus Christ's ass. But ESPN said nothing about Conor McGregor saying it. Steve Kim or nobody else said anything about Conor McGregor saying it. Hell, Arnold Schwarzenegger nominated Conor McGregor to be Time Magazine's most influential man in the world. He was rewarded for saying that he would whoop Jesus Christ's ass. You see what I'm saying? So I can't back a man that benefits from white privilege. One thing I can say is I can't say, hey, nigga, don't do that, right? I mean, it's smart for him to do what he's doing. He actually mirrors a lot of black fighters in the things that he does, right? The things that he does in the octagon, right? The pull counters, such and such, etc., etc. The taunting. He has mirrored a lot of black fighters you know what I'm saying, over the course of fighting history. You know what I'm saying? He has paid attention to the personalities of boxers over the years. You know, the Muhammad Ali's, the Larry Holmes possibly, right? Guys that were really cocky in boxing. Hell, Floyd Mayweather himself. Guys that were really cocky in boxing, and he's used that and transitioned it to become something in MMA. You know, I'll use another example. I remember when John Jones was on top of the MMA, right? And I would ask a lot of white fans, why don't you like John Jones? He's dominant. You know what they would tell me? This was the #1 reasoning. I don't like John Jones because he's too cocky. I've never seen John Jones have a fucking cocky moment, ever. You know what I'm saying? John Jones is like, yeah, he was a good fighter. You know, I put my all and heart into this. That's how John Jones gave interviews. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And if he was cocky, he was nowhere near as cocky as Conor McGregor. You see what I'm saying? I don't just win the fight. I picked the round. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker is extremely cocky. Chael Sonnen, extremely cocky. A cocky motherfucker that could never back up his talk. And they love Chael Sonnen. It's white privilege. That's what it is. A white man can do things, right, that would be seen as a negative attribute of a black man's character. That's the fucking problem. That's why I cannot back Conor McGregor. I could never back Conor McGregor for that sole reason. And honestly, I want to see him get his ass whooped for that sole reason. But since I think this is going to be a scripted WWE event, that Floyd Mayweather actually wins, right? We won't see the kind of ass whooping that we want to see. You know what I'm saying? So this is clearly a pure money fight, very similar to Chavez Jr., Canelo. I mean, this is like when Muhammad Ali fought the sumo wrestler. You know what I'm saying? It was for entertainment. Muhammad Ali's situation was to get more boxing out there. Muhammad Ali was the most popular fighter at the time, the most popular entity, whether they liked him or hated him. I don't think people hated Muhammad Ali as much as people hate Floyd Mayweather, and that even includes racism. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather is, at one time, Muhammad Ali was hated more. Okay, and I'd say around when he beat Sonny Liston, Floyd Patterson, I think he was hated more. But as he got older, you know, and he had already lost to Joe Frazier, right? That one time he lost to Joe Frazier. That's when the hate wasn't as much as the hate for Floyd Mayweather, and that is obviously because he took an L. You know what I'm saying? When people get to see the guy that they hate the most take an L, well, then they're like, cool, I'm satisfied. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta hate the motherfucker no more. Now, you'll still have cats that hate him, you know, hate this person, but the majority are satisfied because they got to see what they wanted. With Floyd Mayweather, they haven't seen it yet, so he's still highly, highly hated. You know what I'm saying? So, Muhammad Ali's situation, anyways, like I said, to get boxing more out there because he was a very popular fighter at that time, and he was the more popular fighter than any other fighter in the sport at that time. So, it is what it is, man. But this should be the last fucking time I talk about this fight. You know what I'm saying? Unless some shit happens, you know, Conor McGregor gets knocked out during a press conference or some shit. And then, you know, another thing I want to address before I hang it up. You know, the Toronto press conference, man. I didn't watch it. I saw highlights. You know, Floyd Mayweather's running around with the fucking Irish flag, smiling and cheesing. Conor McGregor's got Floyd Mayweather's purse. You know what I'm saying? Smiling and cheesing. They're laughing. Ha ha ha. Oh, nigga, word up, dog. Good shit doing business, nigga. We duping these motherfucking fans, dog. We gonna make a whole lot of motherfucking money. That's all that is, dog. They're laughing at y'all, man. Wake the fuck up. YouTube, do what you do in the comment section and be real. Let me know what you think about this bullshit ass clown circus WWE event. This is real talk for real fans. 1.